Testing. It's gonna take a while to get the audio correct. Oh, sorry. I don't know why. I kind of want to turn up gain, but I also don't, because I'll mess with everything else. I've been existing. I mean, you could kind of tell that because you haven't seen any streams or anything. I'm going to mute this because it's gonna drive me nuts having to hear myself talk. But yeah, so I've been existing for a while. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you just don't win. Sometimes you just lose, and the faster you accept that, the better life will be in the long run. But how are you, Pocky? How is everything? Still trying to see if I can turn up the gain a little bit. Oh, wait. We're gonna... Did that fix things? Not much. I like how the crinkling of my bottle is louder than my voice. I think this game is mostly mouse, so we should be fine. Not 100% sure. Yeah. I understand school is super difficult, that's why I'm not in it. And to be honest, for me it wasn't even the difficulty, it was just annoying the way I was treated and stuff. And I'm hearing myself again, so I'm gonna pause that. I don't remember what you're studying. I have way too much going on in my head to remember everyone's different, like who's studying this, who's studying that. But no, I get school will get a little tough. It'll get annoying over time. But it'll get better. You know. Let's see if I can do this seamlessly. Yoink. Almost. It's almost seamless. There we go. Black Tabby Games. Content warning. This is a horror game. It is not intended for all audiences. Please visit our website if you need a full list of content warnings. That's amazing. Slay the Princess contains flickering images, effects, as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions has caused motion sickness in players. If either of these cause health issues for you, you can disable them in the game's preferences. Notice how the crosshair is already a claw. We love it. Whether horrors you might find in these dark spaces have heart and see them through. There is no premature endings. There is no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. I don't get that last part. I'm gonna make myself bigger because I can. I want to full screen this as soon as I can. There's no options. Preferences. Problem solved. Or rather, problem pretty much broken, but that's okay. Quick menu visibility, visible. Unseen text after skip after cutscene transitions, parallax effect, boil effect. Boil effect, that's okay. I'm gonna turn all these down a little for me. I just realized my desktop audio is not on. Every time I click out, it's gonna go black. So that's the thing. Oh. My eyes. Ow. I love it. I love the fact that every time I tab out, it's gonna like, oh, it's black. Oh, it's back. So this is a very interesting thing. Enter advances the dialogue and activates the interface. But if you press space, it'll advance the dialogue without selecting choices. That's very weird. Left click advances the dialogue and activates the interface. Middle click hides the user interface. Right click accesses the game menu. Interesting. So, I'd be lying if I said I was going in blind. I'm not going in blind. I know exactly what I'm expecting. I'm excited. Partially because this looked like the kind of game that I would love once and then never touch again. And partially because I've just wanted to play it. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, you heard it from here first. We're here to slay the princess. Just to give you a taste, just a hint, right? I think I can. Yep, this works. Okay. No, it's hard without tabbing out. So this game is kind of a visual novel. Scroll wheel also works. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different options. I might have miscounted. Too many options. This game is all about options. Silently continue, turn around and leave. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch, viva la revolution. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Do I get some kind of reward? Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? That seems like a me answer. Forget it, I'm not doing this. Can't someone else do it? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Have you considered that maybe the only reason that she's going to end the world is because she's locked up, and the end of the world, what are you talking about? Like I said, I'm not going in completely blind. I've seen someone play it, but I honestly don't remember, like, I only remember the general gist. I don't remember every single dialogue option or what leads to what. But honestly, if you ever consider that maybe I'm okay with the world ending.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
I don't know, man. It seems world kind of on fire, kind of gonna burn itself out in a couple decades anyway.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, very, very evil people. But surely you're not one of those, right?
So that dialogue option just got us to square one, it looks like. And it looks like it also pulled out the option because I'm not seeing it.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Yep.
Do you even know where you're going?
Nope. Okay, fine, you're persistent. I'll go to the cabin. I'll slay the Okay, fine, I'll go to the cabin. I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her. Maybe I won't. I guess we'll see. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going, which is an obvious lie. Nope! And... Oh, no. Oh, my God. So many options. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. So, like I said, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna... Nope!
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Epic.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Yes!
Ignore that annoying little voice. He
Of
doesn't
course.
know what he's talking about.
Sure he doesn't, narrator.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
D&D, when your DM is just like, yeah, no, I'm sorry. You walked into the town. As you notice, this is an important town. Anytime you try and leave it, you end up right back where you started. Some magical force is keeping you here. Maybe you should investigate. And you're just like, okay, can I dispel magic to walk out of the town? Turn around again and leave
really
again.
Keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Yep.
It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Yep. I don't care, I'm not killing a princess. Good, maybe everyone should die. I'm gonna die. Oh god. Maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into this. Quietly continue down the path. I'm gonna get angry. I'm gonna see how he responds.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess.
Yeah. I have no connection to this world. Burn it to the ground.
And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too. So if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
Yeah, but I'm not doing this because I want to live. I'm doing this because I want the world to end. What do you not get here? Ugh.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Excellent.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
I'd add more to what the narrator is saying, but the narrator does such a good job. There's no fighting, is there? I have to go in the cabin. Do I find? Oh yeah, well I guess I'll start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. Or, you could be the smart person. I would have put a third option here. I don't blame them. They did an amazing job. I would have put a third option here. I'm going to sit down, crisscross applesauce, and wait for the world to end. And then the ending would literally just be over time, like the whole world just ends.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Okay.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through
Oh
the
my
leaves.
gosh, the music.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Oh boy.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Chapter 2, The Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, so without spoiling too much, because I don't want to spoil anything, the reason I was so intrigued in the fact that we made it to chapter 2 is because in this game there are different chapters, and some paths will just lead you to an ending, whereas other paths will lead you around, and that's the thing. Alright. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Fun, fun, fun. Cool. Anyway. There are paths that will just essentially end. Like, it said there's no premature endings, and they're not, but some endings literally are just meant to make you restart chapter 1 again, whereas other endings are made to make you go, like, onward through some form of story. It's really cool. The game is really awesome. I find it especially cool that it's, at least in America, it's pretty cheap. It's $20, which is surprising considering the fact that, just considering the fact that, most AAA games are a lot higher, or even starting prices for a lot of console games are expensive, but not this one. All right.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. What, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no, you aren't kidding. She's actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she? Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go into the cabin. Yep, okay, head into the cabin, where I'm definitely going to save the princess. Yeah, I get it. Head to the cabin. We're silently proceed to the cabin. Pocky, do we keep defying, or do we try and go to the cabin? Like, I'm not going to ask you to pick one of these amazing options, because there's way too many options. But I'll ask you, are we going to go slay the princess, or are we going to just... We're going to still try and make the world crazy? Because these walls definitely weren't here. These were definitely not here. I'm getting a sense if I pick one of... Oh my gosh, my throat. I'm assuming if I pick one of these, then... it's just going to lead back in a loop of the other ones. But I honestly kind of still want to just defy him. Don't go to the cabin, see what happens. Alright. So one of the two options, there's a couple of ones. I kind of like this one, because I think this one will still head me toward the cabin. I just won't kill her. This one, though, I'm specifically saying I'm not going there. And like I said, I feel like these would just loop back in, but honestly, I don't want to be meta yet. Not yet.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Exactly.
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Haha, the contrarian! Yes!
He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
This, by the way, this is all narrated by one man. It's great. Actually, no. All the voices are narrated by one man. I think the princess has a different voice actor.
My day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever? Then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
No thanks.
The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead. Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more... He might have walled off everything but the path. If by ruining my day, you mean the world really did end last time, didn't it? The world hasn't ended yet. And you want...
I can't not. Every path I chose. Literally every one I chose, it brought me just down to these three options.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
Nope.
A warning before you go any further.
Oh, thank God. I don't have to.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Alright.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
I love the voice of the contrarian. That's so funny.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
Yeah. That's... You see, here's the thing, right? Narrator, you have a fair point, but the contrarian also had a fair point. How do we know you're not lying to us?
Keep an open mind.
And the hero, of course, is amazing. Which is why I think... I don't want to say... Oh.
Wrong.
Oh.
Confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
This is too much fun. You should not have given me this. The power to move things at will is not a good idea.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
Okay. Oh my gosh. See, these are gonna be quick saves. Oh my gosh, there's already so many automatic saves. And then you have 54 save slots. I find it so funny that this game has this game can have 54 save slots, but there are a ton of games that's like, no, you get one and you're done. And I'm just like, why?
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
You're a liar.
You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong.
I also find it funny he said the only thing to note was the table, but he didn't even mention the mirror.
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, You cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
I see space beneath us. Is that supposed to be calming?
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine.
Literally, the way, the tone and stuff of how you say something
Good.
makes all the difference.
When you're ready,
I can
we'll
totally
all
like
take
see these as different
very
people talking.
important task.
Enter the basement. Take the blade. Approach the mirror. You didn't say anything about a mirror on the wall.
We should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Window. Another mirror over here, by the way. But I'm pretty sure we're all focused on that
There's
mirror.
definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Why would you lie about that? What's the point? I also want to look. It doesn't say approach the mirror. We're gonna speed this up a bit.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Why does our hand
Hope
look
you
like
know
this?
how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
I love the contrarian. The contrarian's the best. Blade or no blade? Blade? No blade. I always love doing things where people can participate as well, because it makes me feel like, oh yay, blade for first. I don't know what FS stands for, but okay.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
All right.
Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it?
Like a knife.
The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom.
Ah, he's like talking like classic Rogue with the thumb on the. That's
It
dope.
really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Okay. I'm gonna let you know right now. It says there's an ad coming in 5 minutes, so I'll continue on. But when there's the ad, I will stop. Hold the blade the other way.
You switch your grip on the blade.
Yo, look at our thing! Look at it. Our thing is a knife now.
Yes! Isn't this so much better?
Anything to make you happy, buddy.
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better.
I love it.
It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
It's so good. Oh, for sure. Oh, okay. Thank you for enlightening me. Oh! We could throw it out the window! I'm so tempted now. I'm so tempted now. Wait, I can quick save. Wait, I can quick save. Wait. I can quick save. Hold on. I can save. I can come back. Also, I'm gonna have to take a minute, so I'll be right back. Yeah. There's never any winning. I should have just done this earlier. I was like, it'll be good. It'll be exciting. I'll get it done. I won't like be a complete waste. We got 2 minutes. Okay, we can do this. Okay, so this is a save slot where I can throw it out the window. So it's page 1, second thing. Okay. All right. We're throwing out the window first.
Yes, do it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
The window broke.
You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends. Been there, done that. I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon.
Bro, have you seen our fingernails?
What's done is done. Good luck, hero. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching
This
staircases.
is not good.
all
This is not good.
Identifiable materials. The door to the basement.
Okay, it doesn't
creaks
matter.
open, revealing a web of branching
I just want to see what he'd
staircases
say.
all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong. And the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. Your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone
This is
down.
so cool because it's so unintrusive.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it. The kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you.
Runs back the other way. Here, I'm with you.
Oh, don't be such a baby.
The country. Wait, so is the ad going on or is it done? Yeah, she does sound creepy. It's really bad. I will tell you, if this wasn't chapter 2, like if this was chapter 1, she wouldn't sound like that.
I don't want to do this.
But this is.
Let's just turn around.
I'm with you, hero. I'm with you.
What's wrong? This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
You're correct. Whatever we are gonna die. So let's leave.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we?
Yeah.
Hidden through up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
I love the contrarian.
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
Okay, well that's good. Oh, the ad break is coming in a minute and 27 seconds. Oh! Shoot, I don't have a button to automatically mute my mic. Oh well. I'll be right back. I forgot to. Okay, so. Yeah, that makes sense. Hazards and such. Okay. It says ad break ends in 30 seconds. So. Here we go. I mean, I know I don't have any subscribers, so it's not like someone's gonna see it without that. But, so. Wait for it. I gotta time this just right. What time, if we wanted to go eat at the tea place, what time do you think would be good to eat? Like 6? Emmeline's not getting off till 7. Right, but if we have to eat.
I'm gonna eat my chicken Caesar wrap.
Oh, I didn't know you had that. Okay. You back,
All day,
Pocky?
so I mean, I had breakfast.
Well, yeah, I get it. Anyway, you back, Pocky? Anyway.
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
I love the fact that the contrarian's not even being contrarian anymore. He's just like, no, I don't like this guy. Perfect. All right. There's harsh stairs to the left, center stairs to the center, and then there's the soft stairs to the right. I'm gonna go with the soft one. Right is always right.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet.
I should have quick saved.
The
Why didn't I
stairs
quick
almost
save?
seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern you might slip or tumble or lose your way. But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. Soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight. Softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence.
That's fine.
It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought.
Yep.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
This is what it's supposed to look like.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Okay, so that's definitely not the right staircase.
Physical sensations dull and then
Oh,
vanish.
I get it. This is like the base
The only things
concept.
experienced are the endless repeating consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as
Are you okay?
Oh! Oh! This game is so good. Hi!
what the hell was that? What happened to us?
Hello! Look at the bars. The bars are moving by themselves.
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Epic.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over.
It was
Time
a
to
trip.
get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
Too late, narrator. I've already decided.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit. Try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
I feel like no matter what we picked, it would have brought us here, but it would have been funnier, like, if we picked the other ones. But I think we got a pretty good one. I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird. Like, I was pulled apart and put back together. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you. She asked if I was alright.
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
Oh. Oh, okay.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
This is so cool.
We can do that?
Yep, we can do that.
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter?
Yes.
Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
The contrarian. Let's see if we can make even more of her. Getting you out of here. I don't know. Wait, I'm getting you out of here. Try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement. Slay the princess. Why is this all one option? This looks like they accidentally combined 3 options into one. And I'm just gonna keep asking.
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
She's so good.
I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger.
There's 2.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
Oh no, we're breaking
She
reality.
fractures again.
I don't like where this is going.
I don't either, hero, but we're doing it.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? We would always start by stabbing her. Which her? Any of them.
Any of
I
them?
don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window.
The contrarian.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything,
Sorry.
stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Did someone say making things worse?
You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
She's the pure one.
Princess.
She's the, like, monotone one.
It doesn't matter.
She's the
We've been
depressed
down here
one.
for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around?
And
to
the
use?
other one is?
None of them have names.
And they didn't fracture again.
How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
I don't know why I'm here, but there has to be a reason, right? You don't just lock a princess away in a place like this without a reason. I wish I knew what it was. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen, or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
The depression one is so sad.
Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
That one's the demon one. So we have wholesome, sad, demon lady, and the monotone one who hasn't
Okay,
spoken.
this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
That's the fun part.
Can't even follow what's going on anymore.
Yep.
We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Yeah, good luck. I still got one more option.
Are you looking for the truth? Or are you looking for the right answer?
The truth.
What do you want me to say? That I'd be a good person?
That's the sarcastic one.
I'm a prisoner here, and whether or not you shoved me down here, you're practically my captor at this point. Anything I'd say is tainted by that.
Huh.
Besides, you already know what I'm going to do.
I do know what you're gonna do.
If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
How do you not see this?
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction.
This one.
It's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under?
The contrarian's losing it. No, my body.
Not exactly how I put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. breath and focus up. You can do this.
I only have one option, and that's all three.
But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different?
Kill the dangerous ones, keep the wholesome one for yourself.
Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand.
That's fair.
If you're trying to do just do something.
I clicked that by
Do
accident, my
anything.
enter key
Do all
next
of
to
it.
my keyboard.
That's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Oh, we do all of it at once.
Wait, that's not right.
Yeah, I know.
Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Love it.
All at once you charge forward, not feeling to slay the princess, just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone.
Wait. What? This one got the bindings. This one I'm all the way in the other room. This one I'm running back upstairs. This one it looks like I'm fighting her. And this one's just like I'm holding the knife scared as she runs towards me.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess.
Fair enough.
But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
Nope.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this.
All we did was ask questions.
How surprisingly sincere.
I love the Contrarian.
I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Of course they had consequences.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
We're gonna try. Destroyed everything. I'm not gonna fix you. It's going to be okay. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think you're supposed to. I'll do my best. Oh! I forgot. Yeah. The illusion of choice. I didn't even... What? But you don't know if she had the chance to hear your reply. She's gone, replaced with something else.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she at. The narrator's gone. I think I'm supposed to look in the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. No. Don't do that. He is. Does that mean the world ended?
I'm assuming so.
Again, what the hell are we supposed to do?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's the mirror that the narrator can't see.
Again, what the hell are we supposed to do?
Go to the mirror. That's all we can do.
I'm begging you, don't do this. It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
That's correct, because it is final. Oh, I didn't have a choice in that. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Hey, the body, it's you. It's you. You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. What? First of all, again, I appreciate this for my ADHD's sake, but look how I can still move the different layers. I think this one and this one are on the same layer, and then this one's in the middle, and then you have this one in the background. I think that's how it works. Oh boy, you are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
So many objects. So many objects. Like, I could destroy myself. I could attack her. I could say, what happens now? Do we know each other? Are you the princess? Okay, I know these two are final. I think the Explorer ones don't necessarily end. So we're just going to start at the top and we're going to make our way down.
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
No idea. I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me.
Probably. Can I take that knife out of you?
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction. A winding kaleidoscope of paths and walls. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart.
To be fair, it's kind of my fault I met them so early.
Do not warn them, for they will finally get to know themselves. How can the world have ended if we are talking? You are the only thing I have ever known.
Interesting.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us. I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you. I know only that they are.
Okay. I got two more.
She is part of me, and part of me.
Get ready,
is
because it's
her.
almost your turn to make the last choice. Uh-oh. I might have messed up.
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Yeah, stop debating chickens or eggs. Okay. I think this is the last one.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Fair enough.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
No, it looks like she kind of just gets absorbed. Okay. So. Up to you, Pocky, or anyone else in the chat. Do we ask what happens now? Do we attack her? Or do we destroy ourselves? I think this will trigger something else because it doesn't have Explore on it. I don't know what these two... I I have a feeling I know what happens if we attack her. It's a huge choice. But the reason, there's two reasons why I'm asking you, right? Two main reasons. One, as much as this is my experience, you're experiencing it with me and I like including you. That's reason one. Reason two is I have a feeling that no matter what we pick, we can always come back around the long way to get to this point. Also, I could just quick save. We won't be exploring the other option on stream, but I'll be able to load back to it. If you're leaving it up to me, I know what I'm gonna do. But you gotta admit, this imagery is amazing, and the art style is just beautiful. Well, since we don't know, I'm gonna ask what happens now, and if I come back to these options or a third option, I'll probably just destroy myself. Alright.
Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Wait, do I not get my options back? Are you serious? I don't get my options back. No. I was gonna destroy myself, but I was curious what would happen if I asked, and now I have all these options. And so, again, without spoiling anything, the game has 97 achievements. Ergo, the game is pretty long.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
She's great. Oh, here's an interesting thing.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
So it specifically brings up the fact that you need more than what you have. Because to be fair, we've only found one, right? And so the different perspectives kind of... You remember how I said you can repeat chapter 1 over again? Like if you make... It's not the wrong choice, but if you make certain choices, you repeat chapter 1 with an extra voice, right? And so, you know, the fact that she points out, like, less than there are to find means you don't need all the endings to get, like, whatever superior happiness she's looking for. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
That's gonna suck.
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I'm still a little mad that I didn't get to attack her. I could quick load.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Let it be?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Yoink, yoink. No one saw anything. Okay. Cool. Not what I was looking for, but still cool. Alright.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
This is nice.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone.
I'm okay with that.
I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will
The
you
infinity
place
loop.
the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
Yes.
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world?
Probably.
An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage?
Yep.
You'll always come back. Because you'll always want to know
Yep.
what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
That's okay. It shuts the game. But so I don't wanna spoil anything. So there's 36 hidden ones, and then so these are my quick little side rant. These are my favorite type of achievements, right? Like this says the good ending doesn't count. This one it mentions a bunch of stuff, but it doesn't explicitly tell you this is what you do. I'm not going to linger on these too long just in case you're a spoiler person. Then there's a bunch of hidden ones, which surprisingly aren't even the hardest ones to get. Like, the game is not hard if 7.6% of people have beaten it, right? For context, what's the percentage? Only 2.4% of people have beaten getting over it. And that's been out for a long time. So the fact that like 7% of people have gotten every achievement in the game gives me hope that it's just long. We'll probably do maybe one
You have
more.
returned to me.
Oh.
Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
I don't attempt to wait out your destiny. I really want to quick load and see what happens if I destroy myself. Can I do that? Wait, I can save. So we'll okay. So first of all, page 4 is the sacred page, mainly because it's my favorite number. But for now, so this is the one for throwing out the knife. This is gonna be the one for whether we forget, and then I'm going to wait. No, if I maybe if I history, there we go, and I load and I go to autosaves. No, because it's literally been autosaving the whole time, which is sad. Because if I load, I'd have to go through everything. No, wait, did I quick save? We'll check it, but we have it saved. Like, we have this point saved right here. So we're going to try and see if that's what this one is. Yes. What? What? Huh. Well, that's a shame. Oh, well.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
She asked that I tell you to remember her. Okay.
You won't.
Oh. Everything goes dark and you die. This phrase right here, one of the most important phrases in the game. And with that, we're actually going to take a short break because, a spirit vessel, bring the stranger to her.
You're on a path in the woods.
You know it when
and
you
at the
see
end
it.
of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
Is a princess.
princess.
We're going to take a short break here because I know there's an ad break coming up in a minute and I want to go to the restroom real quick. I will return momentarily. I need a be right back screen. Okay, distractions aside. Distractions aside. What do you think? What is what are our thoughts here?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm glad you like the art style. The art style in my favor is amazing because it's simplistic in the fact that almost anyone could probably draw it. Okay, it looks like it's not here yet, but there are, so a minor spoiler is that sometimes when you do something, it might get blocked off if there's nothing else there. Okay, well that's just the normal one.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the
Well,
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
we didn't even hear the hero.
Warning, before you go any further.
Yep.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin
No
is
mirror.
almost entirely bare. The
Very
air is
wooden.
stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Knife or no knife?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Knife or no knife? We take it again? We ignore it. No blade, yeah! We go barehanded.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
See,
Hello? Is someone there?
we got the wholesome one back.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
She does have a beautiful voice. They picked a really good voice actor.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Yeah. If I was intending to kill her. Lie. I'm here to say. Wait, you can. Okay, this is interesting. You can lie, and then you can tell the truth. And this is important because the narrator can tell when you're lying. So if you say I'm here, he probably won't be mad. But if you say this one, he will be mad. That's a nice attention to detail. I didn't bring the knife. So I'm just gonna
How
say
many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
a couple thousand more.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I just realized I didn't bring the knife.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
I don't have a tool.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes
I thought there
with
would
the
be a key down here or
princess.
something.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Very careful with that.
I am.
Ah,
Hi.
it skipped by
I
accident.
can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for
Sorry.
something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
I didn't.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I have a couple ideas, none of which are conducive to getting you out of that chain.
You're only making this more difficult.
Yep. She's so pretty.
Thank you. Thank you.
Honestly, your wrist is very thin. You could probably do something. Just slip
You're
it out.
making a huge mistake.
Yes, I know.
No, you're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
She's like, what are you?
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Yeah.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
She's so scared.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
I like how the narrator is like, you should take the knife. And then when I don't take the knife, but I go back to get the knife, he's like, nope.
Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Yeah, no duh.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I love the fact that we're not strong enough to kick open the door.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
I'm pretty sure the blade would not have broken through those chains.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth.
Content
her
warning.
teeth tearing
Do I
through
have
her
the
limb
content
with the
warning?
determination of a trapped wolf.
I forgot. I don't. Wait. You can't see that. Actually, I could change the color of the text. Hold on. We're doing this live, because of course I am. That doesn't help. I need a background on this thing. Meanwhile, you're just stuck staring at it. I am so sorry. Make this back to the normal. And then can I give it a... Oh, here we go. If I... How about that? That kind of looks good.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
Huh.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I love how the narrator's threatening us. You're a voice in my head, dude. Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Her eyes hurt me.
Cut into her flesh.
Yeah.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
She doesn't even care.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Yeah.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her
Aw,
gaze
we're gonna
meets
destroy
yours,
the world
blood from
together.
her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Nope. We have a bloody knife on our little thing, by the way. You can see it. Look at the little blood. Anyway,
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
I agree. Let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the wood. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
I forgot about
Wait,
this.
this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
I love it. Nope.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Absolutely, I know I don't have to do this. Take it on my hand.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to
What?
sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to kill. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist!
Blade! Move the blade! As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious
Bruh, we cut her hand off.
We both know this isn't you.
I know it's not me.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands.
Do you see our claws?
What are you doing?
We are not human with claws like these.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Aim for the neck.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony.
You missed.
You aren't dead yet.
Oh. I'm assuming you're talking about the bloody part. Yeah. That's not what I was expecting. I mean, we had to do it somehow.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Aim for the neck.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Neck.
For her sake.
Aim for the neck.
Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture.
It is.
The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
And I'm fine with that.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm just gonna pause real quick for a PSA. If you have to kill someone and they're like frigid and not moving and you have time, aim for the neck. I guarantee you, a clean slice right across the neck, they are not living for more than 10 minutes. Highly doubt it they'll make it more than 2.
I'm sorry.
Don't do this! The pain.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Of course she doesn't. She just kind of snaps her fingers and things happen.
Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound. It won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm okay with that.
I'm so sorry.
I love how, like, these things are always there. Like, I'm pretty sure I can hide them, but I don't care. They're just cool.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood
Look at
flowing
her
around
sad
you,
face.
Your limbs unresponsive.
It hurts.
The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered
Like,
cheeks.
this is one of the best moments, right? When she's like she's killed you, but she's so sad about it, and she knows that it's not you, and she knows something's fighting you, but she can't attack that.
It can't just end like this, right?
Darn straight it can.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice.
I just wiped the
It's over.
tears away from her. I feel like this would be really interesting to make a D&D version of
The
this.
thing goes dark.
And you
You
die.
die.
We made it to chapter 2 again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I love how, so,
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
this motherfucker.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
He's not as cool as the Contrarian. I much prefer the Contrarian.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of.
This is like the fourth. Uh-huh.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. You were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
No, I know the consequences.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted? I don't know how the premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Well, let's talk about this
Just
princess.
be quick about it.
Okay. The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the world? Who locked her in the basement?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
That's okay. Good night, Pocky. Oh, shoot. Wait. If you're still here, I have an archive thing. So in case you do miss streams, I'm gonna post these there. Hopefully the link in the description works. I've had to remake it a couple times due to some people's incompetence. But, you know, don't worry about that.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world. Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is. Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing
bullshit.
this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Voice of hero.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice.
Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world. I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail will just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at... Great. Now, if you don't mind, That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
Which it will be.
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope...
I can still turn around and leave. Oh, we're gonna go.
A warning. Before she will lie. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled.
He's
They
great.
must be expressed.
So good.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus.
Let's see.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it. That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know, but it was there a second ago. Now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place. Very different. Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. You take the blade from the table. I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we'll need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies. Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us. There's no use arguing over motivations, right? The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear a wedding bell. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy
She's
chain
cuter
around
this
her
time.
wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
She's worried we wouldn't come back.
And she called us a hero.
Uh-oh. Too late. Voice of Hero's already partaken.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
It does.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here, but... That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained. You've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job. If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She's pretty.
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent. That's because she's perfect.
The voice of the sun. That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always...
You died, and now we're talking.
She's so pure.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart... Are you listening to her? That's a confession. At least you're being honest. I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a nihilist.
Yeah.
The princess shifts in uncomfortable confusion.
Me too. I don't care.
She wasn't confused for long.
Nope.
If she doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world. It would take a great desire for evil to do something so inconceivable, and our dearest has not an ounce of cruelty within her. All is well.
Let's rescue her.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity?
I didn't forget, I just don't
If you wanted to
care.
unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do? I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Huh, smart.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll... You're what? Yes. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain tight satanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. A lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned.
We're doomed.
I can't believe it. I guess I have to.
Yikes.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Can I hug her?
The princess
Yes!
jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Still have the knife hand,
Are you
unfortunately.
sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved.
Nope, I'm good.
Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
That's fair. I can regret it later. I'm happy now.
What do we do now?
I have no idea. What do you
Let
want?
me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
Love her.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do? That sounds perfect.
The music shift.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. The way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Yes, she does.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Snaps her fingers, door gone.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
I'm glad the narrator finally said something factual. He's like, you just met her. It's like, yeah.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know.
Kick the door down.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I know.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I love the hero. Hero's like, well, I've done my job.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding?
Some lock.
Told you our love was insurmountable.
He's like, I can't control the narrative anymore. What am I doing?
You and the princess make your way upstairs, her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
That's fine.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Excellent.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Hey, romantic haze. Your love will set you free.
A happy ending at last.
Uh-oh.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
I just realized we have feathers. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
Where did she go? And is that a... What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Don't worry. I got you, buddy. You won't be suffering for long. You've grown. Huh. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Can I destroy myself again? You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Oh, that sucks.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Ah, this is the important one.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread. Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be.
Okay. Oh my god, there's so many things.
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
2 or 3 more should do it.
You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you. With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am. What I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you. Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same. Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me. I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. And we save middle of this section. And we go back to chapter 1. Bring the damsel to her.
You're on a path in the woods.
And that's where we're going to end the stream for tonight. Thank you, 3 people. Well, the 3 that counted for showing up. But also thank you to our lurkers who are Oriana, 8 VDs, AOK, Alicia Traya, Dunk, Trapsnat, Lurex, Emek Sirski, Sir Spider Shitter, Spoof, and of course Pocky, who is our resident best person. Anyway, thank you so much for joining. Bye-bye.